What's up, everybody? It's Tom here with Game, and we're at the Injustice 2 event in sunny London town with Brian Goodman from NetherRealm. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great.
Excellent. And what is your role at NetherRealm?
I am the Senior Marketing Manager at NetherRealm Studios.
Excellent. Thank you for chatting with us today. My first question is, how fun is it to work on something like Injustice?
It's awesome. I mean, it's great. We love fighting games. We love comic books. We love the DC superheroes, and to be able to combine all those, like, it's a dream come true. We get to work with the heroes of our childhood, and the fact that we get to sort of interpret them into a fighting game, it's just a really cool experience.
All of Injustice, the storyline, the lore, the look of the characters is massively popular with the DC fan base. And I speak for quite a few of us, a massive fanboy. What's it like? What was it like going into Injustice 2 with all that excitement?
What we did with Injustice 1 and sort of coming out of that with the comic book that came out of that, our original storyline from the game, all of that fed into sort of this great excitement around the Injustice universe that we were able to create along with DC. So coming into Injustice 2, it was like this huge playground that we got to kind of work in. We had so many different opportunities to see where, what the next step for the story was going to be. Obviously, the opportunity to look at new characters coming into the universe. All of it was a ton of fun. There's always this question of, well, is that a lot of pressure to live up to and all of that? It's like, well, sure, but it's more fun than that. It's the excitement of being able to kind of get back into Injustice was something we were all looking forward to.
You mentioned the characters. The character roster for this is incredibly varied. You got characters like Captain Cold, which was a huge surprise when that was announced. How does NetherRealm, the team, go around choosing the characters?
It's a huge process. It's a really important process for the game, obviously. We look at a couple of different factors. First, there's a story. The story mode is very important to NetherRealm, to all of our games, but to Injustice in particular. And so we want to make sure that we have characters that serve the story we want to tell. On top of that, we definitely want to make sure there's a mix of sort of returning characters, brand new characters, keep things fresh, of heroes and villains, and on top of that, we want to make sure that we're working with characters that we feel we can turn into great fighting game characters as well. So sort of taking all of those things into account, as a huge debate between a ton of voices in the studio, and obviously coming out with some very unique characters and really cool roster for this game.
Which is your particular favorite that's included in Injustice 2?
Oh, man. See, I'm a big Flash guy, so I love the Flash, but we have a ton of brand new characters. I'm particularly excited about Black Canary and Blue Beetle. Yeah. Those two characters, from a fighting game perspective, I love playing those characters, but they're also just really cool additions to the story.
What goes into, an interesting question for you, what goes into announcing the characters? How do you pick and choose? I don't imagine it's just a dartboard on the wall on a Wednesday.
No, it's a lot of debate, kind of looking for opportunities to kind of keep people excited. We had a lot of characters that were returning that we had new interpretations of. Obviously, really upgraded visuals in this game from Injustice 1, which we're excited. So even the returning characters, they're excited to show off. But looking for strategic ways to make sure that people are really, really excited when we do announce these brand new characters to the roster. So it's again, similar to what goes into the roster, how we reveal it is a similar conversation.
One of the coolest things that you guys did, and a huge thing at Game HQ, was the Shattered Alliances series, which is a really cool way of showing off some of the characters.
Glad you liked it.
How did that come about? What was the origins of that concept?
Well, we really were looking for a way to show off our story mode. Like I said before, the story in Injustice 2 is a huge part of this game and something we're really excited about. And so we wanted to sort of create a series that really played into how important story was to the game itself, but really showed off what we feel is an awesome, very cinematic experience. So, we treat our story mode like a movie, and we wanted to create trailers that spoke to that and showed it off.
Every time one would get announced, there was that awesome art. Yeah. You get so excited. You'd be like, okay, right, Thursday, that's the day I'm going to watch it. What's your favorite episode of the series?
The last one, Brainiac, the one we just showed. I thought that really spoke to the story, and I mean, it really. When I watched that the first time, I felt like this is a movie I want to watch, and I thought that one was just really, really special and super cool.
Yeah, I was going to choose that one. So one last question for yourself. What is the competitive scene like at NetherRealm Studios?
It's very competitive. As you might imagine, people who make fighting games are pretty naturally competitive with each other. There's a lot of great players at the studio. You know, I see a ton of people every day playing each other at lunch on Injustice, on some of our older games as well. You know, we have the marquee matchup that everyone gets to see on the Watchtower streams between Derek and Tyler, but you know, they're kind of the tip of the iceberg. There's a ton of highly, though friendly, competitive players within NetherRealm Studios. It's a lot of fun.
Amazing. Thank you for chatting with us. Injustice 2 is out May 19th. Stay tuned for loads more Injustice 2 and so much more on Game YouTube. Thank you for watching.